Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Welcome to new viewers. If you just found me here on YouTube, welcome. For returning viewers, it's great to have you back with me again. Happy New Year to everybody. Today's reading is a monthly reading, so it's an overview for the month of January 2019, our first monthly of the year. For the monthlies, I do a 10-card Celtic cross spread. I also pulled 2 additional oracle cards. I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso for the main spread. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot. And then the 2 oracle cards are from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, and the Soulful Woman deck. All of the information about these decks can be found in the description box below this video, as well as information, if you would like a private reading with me, you can find the information below the video as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings that I put out on YouTube, so the messages may or may not resonate. I do also suggest that you watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising to get a more complete overview of the energy surrounding you. And again, if you would like something more specific, focusing on you, what's going on in your life, then you would need to get a private reading from me. I would encourage you to, as well, take a look at the 2019 overview videos. I posted those a few days ago, and they take a look at the year as a whole. So it's 1 card for each month of the year. I also pull kind of an overall energy for each quarter, and then there's 1 central theme for the overall theme of the year. So I've put the link also for these videos in the description box of this video. So if you're interested, go ahead and take a look at those as well. But, you know, I would just like to once again say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I do hope that you benefit from the readings. And I will stop and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Aquarius, I hope you're doing well. So I'm here to get into your reading. I have shuffled off camera, but I will go ahead and give the decks a few more shuffles here. So Spirit, what are the overall energies for the month of January 2019 for the air sign Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? What are the energies surrounding Aquarius in January 2019? What do they need to know? What are the main messages for the month of January for the air sign Aquarius? I did have, when I was shuffling off camera, I had the Justice card flew out twice, so I'll see if it comes out again in this reading. One more shuffle. There we go. And we'll divide the deck. And I will show you the cards. Let me just go ahead and lay them here. Okay, nice. And we have put both of those together because those are pretty nice cards, one on top of each other. Okay, I don't see anything that I need to clarify, so let me go ahead and pull your additional oracle cards. One additional message for Aquarius. Air sign Aquarius. One additional message for January 2019 for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? An additional message for Aquarius for January 2019. Okay, we'll do one last shuffle. And divide the deck. And finally, from the Sacred Traveler deck, one last message for Aquarius for January 2019. What is Aquarius need to know? One additional message for Aquarius for January. Divide the deck. Okay. All right, so let me lower the camera here for you, Aquarius. All right, so we have at the center of your reading the Seven of Pentacles, and it is crossed by the Ace of Cups. So with the Seven of Pentacles, this can be, it's earth energy, so it could be dealing with, the more tangible things here in the material realm. So we usually associate earth energy with the work that we do, right? It's the money that we earn. It has to do with our home, resources, financial prosperity, family, education, knowledge. And with the seven, you can see that the woman here, she has, pentacles on the tree. She has a basket full of fruit here. So she's obviously, started to see some type of return on investment. She's starting to, reap what she has planted here, right? So she's actually seeing tangible evidence of this, what's coming after a lot of hard work and effort, because obviously to have all of this abundance on the tree, she's put in a lot of hard work and time and effort into caring for the tree, waiting for it to give, to bear fruit. So there is a sense of feeling good about what she's achieved so far. But then there's also, kind of reevaluating. You can see that she's sitting there sort of reevaluating things and thinking about, what do I need to do to get from the Seven of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, right? So to ultimately reach that goal of mine, whatever the goal is, what do I need to do? Do I need to keep doing what I have been doing? Do I need to change course? Do I need to do things a little differently? So there's this sort of weighing things up, trying to figure out if a change in plans is needed here. And what it's helping or hindering it is this beautiful new offering. Aces in the Tarot are blessings from the universe. They are yes cards. So if there's something that you've been waiting for an answer on, possibly related to your career or something to do with your finances, a new offer is coming in with the Ace of Cups. It can also be a healing energy. The Ace of Cups can, it can be like a new offer. It can be a new relationship. Obviously, with water energy, it does deal with emotions and feelings, and also how our emotions affect our relationships, sort of affect our behaviors, push us through, life, move us from one particular situation to another, right? So it's something brand new. It could be something that brings you joy, great fulfillment, a job, a new job offer that, that you feel very happy about, that brings you great satisfaction. It could also have to do with, something more on the home front, something to do with home, with family. The Ace of Cups can be news of a pregnancy, news of the birth of a child. So there's, it could also have to do with, more to do with the home and family. But whatever it is, it's coming in to help. I mean, obviously the Ace of Cups, I don't view it as a hindrance. It's a blessing from the universe. And it's a brand new beginning. So there could be a new beginning in the area of career, right? Finances. And just looking at the cards around it, it's interesting because we have sort of these opposing energies here of the Fool, which sits at in the foundation position, and then crowning you with the Hangman, which is a sort of stalled energy, right? But it's a necessary stall. So I know I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I was just looking at the two of those. So at the foundation in the deep past, you have the Fool card, and this is the 0 of the major arcana, and it is, it's a new beginning, it's renewal. It has to do with starting a brand new cycle in your life, right? The major arcanas, they go from the 0 through card number 21, which is the World card, and it's all of the life experiences and lessons that the Fool goes through on his journey before completing that particular cycle. So there could have been, this does sit in the deep past. There is a brand new cycle here, rebirth. It could be this sort of brand new you that emerged in this new cycle. And you see that she's sort of standing here on the cliff top. She has all of the butterflies surrounding her, really representing, this renewal, this rebirth, brand new cycle. And she's, ready to take that next step. It's sort of that breath before, just before you actually do something. It's like, okay, I'm going to do it, and then she steps off the ledge, and she does so knowing that the universe has her back. She does so trusting in, this new opportunity, in this new cycle, trusting that the universe is taking her, is leading her to where she needs to be next on her path. So this is brand new beginning sitting at the foundation. In the recent past, we have the Four of Swords. This can be a card of healing. For some of you, there could have been a surgery that you were recovering from, some type of injury that you were recovering from. For others, this is merely, a time of rest and relaxation in the recent past. We are just coming out of the holiday season. So, for some of you, you could have taken a few days off, or, a little bit of time off over the holidays to rest and recuperate. And for many people, by the time we reach the end of the year, we're quite tired. So if you did that, it looks like it was a necessary rest and relaxation period. It can also have to do with, if we think about what comes before the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords, it's a card of heartache, of disappointment. So there could have been some type of recovery or healing related to a disappointment, related to something, a difficult situation that you went through. And now it's sort of like you're retreating, you're taking this time out to sort of figure out where do I go from here? What are the next steps? Kind of like what I was getting with the Seven of Pentacles. It was almost like, you could be spending time alone, just sort of reflecting and thinking about, and now what? Where do I go from here? And I think that you're having this, with the crowning energy of the Hangman, you're having this lapse or this time out, and it's a necessary time out. I mean, the Hangman, obviously he's upside down, he's tied, his legs are tied up here, but he could quite easily wriggle free and, get out of this position that he's in. But he doesn't, because he understands that it's a necessary sacrifice for him to be in that position. If he were right side up, he would definitely not see things from the same way that he does being upside down. So there could be, some type of enlightenment. You could be finding out something. It could be this enlightenment or figuring things out, seeing something from a different perspective that helps you to have this new beginning, to sort of push you forward, to get you out of this and now what type of energy. So there could be this enlightenment, figuring something out. There could be a delay, which is why I said, sort of this ready to go here, but a slight delay here. But again, if there's divine timing at play. Now, by the time we move into sort of the last couple of weeks of the month, you have in the near future the Two of Wands. And this is a decision card, right? The Suit of Wands has to do with the day-to-day matters in life. It has to do with creative ventures and projects, business ventures, creativity, and then it's our own drive and determination and ambition for doing those things, right? For doing the things that we do, for doing the work that we do, for working on that creative project. And the Two of Wands is oftentimes referred to as the crossroads card. So, it's sort of standing at this crossroads, needing to make a significant decision. This decision could have to do with, going on a different career path. It could have to do with, choosing to stay where you're currently living or going to a new location. You can see that in the dragon's tail, there's actually a globe there. So that could be something to do with international, deciding whether to, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay here or should I, move to this new location? Should I stay in my job or should I move on to this new opportunity. Could be this new job opportunity here, right? And this could also be going back to the center of your reading. This, with the Seven of Pentacles and Ace of Cups, it's kind of like, yes, maybe you have done well where you're currently working. You might be getting paid a decent amount of money, but ultimately, is it what your heart truly desires? Maybe it's not. Maybe that's why, there is this choice and this new opportunity, possibly a new job opportunity. It could be moving you to this, okay, I need to change. Something needs to change, and I feel that, again, it comes through with the Four of Cups. You appear here as the Four of Cups, which, it's more water energy, more dealing with our emotions and feelings. But you can see here that the woman, she has 3 cups behind her, right? She's not even sort of paying attention to them. She's staring absentmindedly at this cup which is the sort of Ace of Chalices in the middle, right? And it's almost like, she's not happy with what she has here. She's staring intently at this Ace of Cups. So she's sort of fixated on what she would like to have, and where she currently is, it's like she's bored. She's really not all that happy being there, possibly not all that happy doing the job that she does. And so there is this sort of boredom, apathy, I really, and now what? So I think that it's almost like you've done everything that you can do where you are, and you feel like it's time to move on. Now, surrounding you in your environment, or possibly how others are viewing you, you have the major arcana number 17, the Star. And this is a card, again, of healing. Ace of Cups is healing, Four of Swords. So there could be some type of healing for some of you, but it's also a card of wish fulfillment. It's a card of setting your intentions, but not just setting your intentions, much like the Fool, who has to trust in this next step. The Star card asks you to trust in and have faith, right? To have faith and believe that your wishes will come true. So whatever your wish is, whatever you've been hoping for, whether this is a new job, whether this is a move to a different place, there's this great sense of hope and renewal and healing that's surrounding you. Now, your hopes and fears, you have the Four of Pentacles. We have another 4. We have a 4, the Four of Cups. Actually, we have 3 4s. I might look that up because, 4 in the Tarot is a very stable energy, right? It's sort of, think of a house. The 4 corners of a home is very solid, very stable. And you have 3 4s in your reading. You have the Four of Swords, 4 of Cups, and now here the 4 of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles, you can see the woman, she's just clinging to her possessions here, right? Sometimes this card is referred to as the Miser card, and, it really has to do with, like wanting or trying to hold on to what you already have. So maybe, you've worked hard, you've put your hard work and effort into something, and you've been able to, build up and to save and to accrue a certain amount of wealth, of prosperity. And now it's like you're scared that it's just gonna slip through your fingers. Maybe you've lost money before, and you're worried about having it sort of slip through your fingers again. But this is only a fear. So, possibly something to do with this desire to move on. Maybe you have wanted to move, to change, go in a different direction, but there could have been some financial concerns here. But with the Four of Pentacles, we're asked to, to understand that with our finances, with money, there needs to be a flow. There needs to be a coming and going of this. Otherwise, it becomes very stagnant energy, much like we see here. And when you try to hold on too tightly, it's kind of like the opposite ends up happening, right? So we need to allow money to come in. We need to work hard, earn our money, try to put a bit aside, right? Try to save a little bit. But then we have to pay our bills. We need to spend on, ourselves, our families. So there needs to be this flow of money. But I think this is just a fear that if you're moving, you might end up, needing to spend all this money that you have managed to save up. But I don't feel that, from the messages coming through here, there's nothing that you need to fear. Or it is only a fear, and your fears are kind of baseless, because you have, and I haven't gotten to the overall energy, I will in a second, but you have as your outbound energy the Page of Swords, and this could be you showing up just, very much in your energy, right? It's obviously you are an air sign, and this is air energy, the Page of Swords. It's a younger energy, though, so this could be a child of yours. This could be a younger air sign individual. I usually view pages more as, news coming in, just energies, because pages generally bring in news. They bring in news about things, right? And this, again, if this is an individual, it could be an Aquarius like yourself, or Gemini or Libra. But this is some type of news coming in, and it could be news that could be related, going back to the center of the reading, related to this new opportunity or related to this move. And why I say that, I feel that you don't need to worry, because the card that was at the bottom of the deck, no, it was like this. The card at the bottom of the deck was the Nine of Cups, and the card immediately below that was Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. So we have the Minor Arcana version of the Star card, which is, a beautiful wish fulfillment, having your dreams come true, wish fulfillment. And then we have the Sun, which is a big yes, right? It's a big positive energy. The Sun comes in to illuminate, to shine its light down on a situation, to it speaks of good health, of just in general, very positive energy. So we have wish fulfillment, a big yes, big positive energy here. And then, again, this yes card sitting at the center of your reading, wish fulfillment over here, new beginnings, so everything it's all very positive. So I think that even if there is some news coming in more towards the end of the month for you, there's nothing for you to, to worry about. Sometimes this Page of Swords, it can be like the way that the news is delivered, it can be a little negative at times. The page is usually, it's somebody who is good with their words, who's a good communicator, somebody who's quite assertive. As an air sign, there is the suit of the mind, right? It has to do with our thoughts, suit of the intellect. So it's usually somebody who's very sort of sharp, very quick, witted. And obviously going back here to the Star, I mean, this is also Aquarius. So, you do show up again here. So, and I feel that with the three fours in a spread, it speaks of a house move. And I was getting some type of move here, right? Or choosing to move. So there could be a move having to do with a job, possibly having to do something to do with your family. There could be a need to move. But let's take a look at your oracle cards. So the oracle cards that came out from the Soulful Woman deck, you have Ageless Beauty. It says, with grace, dignity, and strength, I grow into the unique texture of my feminine soul. And from the I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Oh dear. The Sacred Traveler deck. I wanted to say Soulful Traveler, Sacred Traveler. You have unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. So let me just get the guidebook for these two. And let's take a look at the unknown territory first. This one says, you're exactly where you need to be, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Even if you don't have all the answers, keep going forward with your heart open. If you can't see clearly ahead and don't know where you're headed, keep moving forward. Do what feels right, even if your brain doesn't agree. Your heart always knows. Instead of dismay because you're in unknown territory, celebrate that you are expanding and growing by leaps and bounds. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. Sometimes the traveler feels lost, a lack of confidence or sense of being in unknown territory. It can seem that others know more or are more qualified. However, it can be this very feeling of not knowing that allows one to step outside the bounds of convention and reach beyond the parameters of self that have been imposed by family, friends, society, and religion. It can be a very good thing. It can help you find yourself. Cherish those moments of not knowing. It's often during those times that the greatest revelations occur. Trust that all is well. you are where you should be. And we have, right, these revelations, and then the trust that was coming through very strongly here with the Star card, the Fool card, needing to trust the Hangman. So, I think that you are, you might be headed into this unknown territory, but it's a time that you really do need to trust that things are progressing as they need to get you where you need to go. Now, Ageless Beauty, this one says, as each year passes, I am more and more inspired to live with strength, beauty, and grace. I understand that embracing my wholeness, all my gifts, mysteries, mistakes, and shortcomings, is vital to my aging process. Therefore, I live my own life and no one else's. With each passing decade, I grow into the depth, power, and unique texture of my feminine soul. As I do so, I recognize the importance of releasing my younger self, as well as those parts of myself that over-adapt, over-give, and over-accommodate at the expense of my own well-being. So, I do think that whatever this change, this move, this, decision that's coming up, possibly more towards the middle of the month as you head into the end of the month, it is something that is taking you in the right direction. So there is a need to trust. And I think by the time you get to the end of January, things are going to be a lot clearer. You're going to have a clearer perspective of where things are going. But as you begin the month, really sort of trust in the universe and trust in the events as they gradually unfold during the month, okay? So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful January and a wonderful 2019. Bye for now.